Peace, tribe. So today I'm talking about a mental diet, and that's been one of the keys on my spiritual journey because I'm consuming all day mentally. Like, I might only eat a couple meals per day, but as far as mental consumption, I'm consuming all of my conscious hours. I'm consuming something mentally. So I want to go into just the value of a mental diet and what that is. I wrote a 3-page book about it. Like, I'm not into all of those long books that's saying you got to read all this stuff. Because really, we already know everything we need to know. It's just whether we applying that or not. So, short book, 3 pages. I'm about to read y'all the whole 3 pages right now. A mental diet. Imagination creates reality. Imagination creates reality. Look around and see for yourself. The clothes we wear, our phones, the houses we live in, cars, planes, businesses, the internet, and everything created was first imagined. The imagination is like our personal genie that summons everything we focus on into reality. What would you like to summon to reality? What are you focusing your imagination on today? Are your answers to these 2 questions different? We gotta stop right there and just give it some clarity for real. Because what would you like to summon to reality? And what are you focusing your imagination on today? Are your answers to these 2 questions different? That's the key of a mental diet right there. If you put the whole book down and just know that, that's all a mental diet is. Am I focusing on what I'm bringing into reality? Am I focusing on that right now? It could be the feeling of peace. Some people want to bring peace into reality, say, oh, I want a peaceful world. But is that what you're imagining? Are you imagining peaceful thoughts? So, what would you like to summon to reality? What are you focusing your imagination on today? Are your answers to these 2 questions different? Let's move on. If we are not aware, we can enter a pattern of imagining things we do not want to create or feel, unconsciously summoning chaos. Begin to observe where your imagination goes every day. A mental diet is the practice of controlling the topics our imagination dwells on. As we gain control of the imagination, we become the creator of our own reality. Next chapter, the feeling is the treasure. A diet is defined as the type of food a person habitually chooses. We define a mental diet as the thoughts a person habitually chooses. Just like there is healthy food and unhealthy food, there are healthy thoughts and unhealthy thoughts. The cool thing about a mental diet is we don't got to cook or look for a restaurant. At any given time, we have access to infinite thoughts. It's literally infinite things that we could focus on. For example, if I get a flat tire, a certain thought might come to my mind and say, oh, I'm having a bad day. But no, that's weird. If I get a flat tire, it's because I don't need to go where I was going. That flat tire is protecting me from something. I don't need to use my mind to think, oh, I'm having a bad day because I got a flat tire. I'm going to switch that up. Like after I've been on the mental diet, I'm more likely to think, oh, this flat tire is a blessing. I need to slow down. Maybe I'm about to meet somebody in this moment of just slowing down that's going to show up. Something magical is going to happen. Even when something seemingly bad happens, it's that translating that to, yo, this is actually a blessing. And that's what a mental diet is all about. But back to the reading, let's go. So, we got access to infinite thoughts. So with all these options, how do we know which thoughts to choose? It's simple. We choose thoughts that make us feel the way we want to feel. Whenever physical sensations are not involved, the way we feel is caused by our chosen thoughts. All day long, just as we breathe, we are imagining thoughts. I'm going to go in a little bit on that too, because it's always an inner conversation happening inside of our head. We always, as soon as we wake up in the morning, we thinking about this, thinking about that. And that inner conversation is creating the way we feel. Like the meaning that we give in stuff. Even though stuff is happening, we see stuff happening, we're applying a meaning to it. And that meaning is what's creating the way we feel. And when you're on a mental diet, the feeling is the treasure. It's not nothing that you got to do. The treasure is not external in any type of way. It's all about feeling what you like to feel. If you want to feel peace, feel peace. If you want to feel joy, feel joy. But realizing that anger, I don't really like to feel anger. Or maybe if you do feel that, but I personally don't like to feel anger. So I'm more so choosing those peaceful meanings. So the way we feel is caused by our chosen thoughts. All day long, just as we breathe, we are imagining thoughts. The two main types of thoughts are empowering thoughts and disempowering thoughts. Empowering thoughts influence us to feel loved, happy, confident, creative, abundant, valued, secure, or simply ideal. Disempowering thoughts influence us to feel unloved, doubtful, shameful, insecure, lacking, fearful, sad, angry, or just not ideal, to summarize it. But more than any other factor, the thoughts we concentrate on influence what we create and how we feel. A mental diet includes choosing to dwell on empowering thoughts. So, more than any other factor, the thoughts we concentrate on influence what we create and how we feel. So that's one of the things, like, the feeling is the treasure. And when I say the feeling is the treasure, I'm letting go of I gotta do this, I gotta manifest this. None of that shit matter, yo. All you gotta do is feel the way that you like to feel, and you automatically gonna do the right stuff. I'm not saying don't do stuff, focus on the feeling and just don't do nothing. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that feel the way you want to feel, and you automatically gonna attract the right idea. You automatically gonna choose to go to the right environment. Your vibe gonna be so different that you just manifest the right connection, the right person comes up to you. And you attract based off of that feeling. And we enter in the stage of existence where we not so much focused on, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta work 8 hours, I gotta work and strain myself so hard just to get what I want. And placing basing your value on your results. That makes no sense, bro. We already valuable. We already got everything we need. This body is the temple of God. Like, we got God dwelling within us. So it's nothing outside of us that we need to get. I don't need no big house. I don't need no car. I don't need none of that shit, bro. I got God within me. I can manifest all that shit at will, at my command. That's what we talking about. That's the energy. I have everything within me. So moving on. I am attractive. Just like our thoughts influence the way we feel can influence our thoughts. The way we feel creates a magnetic vibration that attracts the like. If we feel angry, we become aware of angry thoughts and angry people. We are easily offended. We say mean things, attracting more anger. When we feel happy, we attract happy thoughts, creative ideas, and happy people. We speak kind words and do fun things, attracting more happiness. Whatever we feel, we attract that into our awareness. So whatever we feel, we attract that into our awareness. And I added a Neville Goddard quote here. Be careful of your moods and feelings, for there is an unbroken connection between your feelings and your visible world. I rock with Neville Goddard heavy. He just speak about the imagination and just goes into how imagining creates reality. That's it. What you thinking about all day? What you spend the most time thinking about today? What you giving your imagine to the most today? And that's what's creating our reality. That's simple concept right there. So, the next chapter is inner meaning. The external world is a reflection of the world within. Everything in the external world is just sensory data. We take it in through our senses, and then we must choose what it means. The meaning we choose comes from within. The meaning we choose is influenced by our faith, mood, beliefs, and life experience. Two people can see the same thing and take on completely different meanings. One person might see a full moon and they say this means bad things are gonna happen. Like, that's crazy. This belief causes them to feel worried, fearful, anxious, etc. This person might later watch the news or search the internet and find all kind of bad things happening, confirming the chosen belief. Because if you believe bad stuff gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Because it's literally infinite things happening. Everything is happening at the same time. The key is, what are we focusing on? In this example, if you see a full moon and you think the crazy people are gonna come out, that's your focus. You're gonna look on the news and you're gonna see a whole bunch of crazy stuff because everything's happening. And on to the next part. So a second person might see the same full moon and believe that magical things will happen. This belief causes them to feel abundant, motivated, and protected. This belief like influences you to meditate, to journal, to reflect, to practice self-love. And then that person experiences magical things as a result, confirming the chosen belief. So one person think the full moon mean crazy people gonna come out. God is like, okay, bet, as you wish. And you see the crazy people. Another person believe the full moon is a magical time to set some intention, do some journaling, and that magic will happen, and boom, God gives it to you. It shows up exactly how you believe it will. And that's the power of our mind. That's the power of belief. That's the power of a mental diet. So, moving on. No matter what we choose to believe, we become aware of the evidence that confirms the chosen belief. Just as the moon has several meanings, everything that appears in our lives has multiple meanings. The meaning we choose influences the actions that we take every day. So just like a person could see the moon and come up with all those different meanings, everything that's showing up in our life has infinite meanings. And as consciousness evolves, we choosing higher meanings for the same stuff that's showing up, but we choosing higher meanings and we getting more value out of everything. The meaning we choose influences the actions we take every day. By choosing the right meaning, we can identify harmony in everything that happens. The power over meaning is our divine right. A mental diet includes choosing empowering meaning for all that shows up. And even in the Bible, added a Bible quote right here is Matthew 8-13. Go your way. As you believe, it will be done to you. Like, you could even find it in the Bible. It don't matter what you believe. Go your way. As you believe shall be done to you. In another verse in the Bible, the three blind men, they came up to the Christ consciousness and they said, and they asked him, like, can you make us see? And he like, do you believe I can make you see? And they was like, yeah. In that moment, they could see. That's it. As you believe shall be done to you. It go all the way back to, it don't matter if you're talking about Krishna consciousness, Christ consciousness, whatever religion, bro. Like, this shit traced all the way back to the roots. The next chapter, move with purpose. What's your purpose? So, there are times when doing what feels good might not be the best choice. Defining your vision, your self-vision is necessary. So, and I give an example here. Let's think of someone with the self-vision to be a chef. He can choose to spend the day playing video games, or he could go practice creating some recipes. Both things are fun, but certain things contribute to the vision, certain things don't contribute to self-vision. Like, we could go have fun in disempowering ways, or we could have fun in a way that's empowering to self-vision. So, although both choices feel good, one choice may better serve self-vision. What do I love to share? What am I a part of? What do I value? How do I love to spend my time? What's my purpose for being here? Ask yourself these kind of questions to define your self-vision. Our imagination may go in many directions during the day. Concentrating on the vision redirects imagination in the direction you want it to go. So that's one of the main reasons that we have a vision. It's our compass telling us where to go. If you exist and if you're going through life, it's great to have a vision. Because how else would you know, like, whether to go here or to go there? All this relates back to that vision, like the environment, the people I'm hanging around, what I'm choosing to create. It's all relating back to my self-vision of self, my self-vision. So, defining a vision is like entering a destination in your GPS. If you know your destination, you can move closer with each turn. Even if you miss a turn, you will be rerouted and eventually reach your destination. By contrast, imagine traveling to an unknown destination. Without a known destination, you make random turns, sometimes moving closer, sometimes moving away from your eventual unknown destination. Along the way, you might run out of fuel or feel lost. Just like a destination helps us decide which way we should turn right now. Just like a destination helps us decide which way we should turn right now, a vision helps us decide the proper action to take right now. A vision is not about the future. It's more about knowing the right direction for the present moment. So, when I speak about vision, I'm not talking about, I want this sometimes in the future. When we talking about vision, it's a present moment type of thing. Like, it's not about material stuff. It's about how do you want to feel? Like, how you want to feel inside of your body? How you want to radiate? Like, sometimes we place conditions on our happiness. We say, I'm going to be happy once I get this thing. I'm going to allow myself to be happy once I get a bigger house, once I find a boyfriend or girlfriend, once I find my soulmate, once I get a new dog, It's so many conditions that one might place on their own happiness instead of just saying, I could be happy right now. I could feel it right now. I don't got to wait for nothing. I got God within me. What I need any of that stuff for? Just having that faith that a divine presence is existing within the body. That's the ultimate treasure. And tapping into that feeling. Cause for example, if somebody hit the lottery, let's say somebody been playing the lottery, and then one day, boom, he hit the lottery. All that joy that flows into the body as soon as he looking at his ticket, and he might go around celebrating, dancing, but that ticket only a piece of paper. That ticket did not do anything. It's the meaning for that ticket that's giving one that joy. A person might think that ticket means that, oh, now I have everything that I need. Now I got all the money. Now I could buy anything. Now I could do anything. They literally think the ticket means that. When really, bro, you could choose that meaning without the ticket. You could create that celebration without the lottery ticket, without winning no lottery, just by realizing that you got God within you. Because what's that lottery ticket to God? Like, God is within the body. Why would I celebrate for hitting the lottery? Like, that's downplaying the God that's within me. I should be celebrating this God within me every second of my being. I'm not waiting on nothing so I could celebrate. I'm celebrating right now. I'm celebrating by the way that I feel on the inside, by the offerings that I'm pulling up to the world with. You feel me? So, back to the book. Certain actions move you closer to your vision, and certain actions move you away from your vision. A mental diet includes aligning your present actions with your vision. And when I say your vision, I'm talking about the way you like to feel. Choosing those happy actions, choosing those peaceful actions, choosing those actions, not choosing those lustful actions, those actions that say, oh, I need this, so I got to do this. I need that, so I got to do that. Nah, that's lustful shit, yo. Whenever we talking about lust, that's a whole nother thing. On the spiritual path, lust is our enemy. And to define lust is when I want something that's not present. I desire something that I don't have right now. That's what lust is, and it's simple as that. But once you tap into I have God within me, there's nothing you can desire that you don't have. So the lust is burned away just by that divine presence and really having faith in that. And faith is when you like beyond reason. Like you know it's. I'm gonna talk about that later. So if it's your true vision, you'll also love the journey it takes to get there. If your vision is to be a chef, that means you love the practice of cooking. Personally, I like yoga. That's because I love doing yoga. A yoga instructor will love the practice of yoga. Whatever your vision is, you love the daily practice involved. That's key right there. A vision that requires you to practice things you don't love may not be your true vision. So that's when you selecting your vision, you want to choose something that you enjoy the journey. You're not choosing your vision for the destination. The vision don't got nothing to do with the destination. You choosing your vision because you love the journey that it takes. Like, I chose my vision. My vision is yoga. I love to share yoga. I create the Tribe House. I got a yoga studio. But it's not, none of this stuff is for like the results of it. All of this is because I love the journey. I love interacting with people. I love sharing a yoga lifestyle. It's the journey that I truly appreciate. That's why I chose it as my vision. I'm not choosing to go out and work a job that I don't like so that I could make some money for my family sometime in the future. I don't gotta do that. If I don't like the journey, I don't gotta sacrifice nothing that I love. I don't have to sacrifice my feeling of peace. I don't gotta sacrifice. All I gotta do is sacrifice certain beliefs. All I gotta do is sacrifice the belief that I can't create abundance from yoga, from doing what I truly love. Sacrifice is key on the spiritual path, but that's not part of the subject today. I'll talk about that later. So if it's your true vision, you love the journey it takes to get there. It's not about the destination, because we don't never reach the destination, you feel me? And that's pretty much the whole book. The rest of the book is a journal. And I'm going to tell y'all about the exercise, because a mental diet involves exercise. Complete the following 3 sections every day of your mental diet. So this diet, I'm not writing no more words. I said enough. We don't want you to be out here reading all these books, reading a 1,000-page book. No, you need to be out here being. Go be out here and be. You don't need to read no more long books. You already know everything you need to know. So this book is about actually doing shit. It's about, so every day, list a couple things you're grateful for. Gratitude. Tap into that gratitude attitude. Because when we focus on what we're grateful for, it affects your creativity in a very magical way. If I could take a moment to sit here and say thank you, and even just sit in that feeling of thank you for maybe 10 minutes, just fully expressing that thank you by just radiating it out of my body. It's magnetic. It's sending something to the furthest corners of the universe so that I attract what matches that vibration. So the reason I said sit in that feeling of gratitude is that's one of my favorite emotions. That's what I like to feel. I like to feel grateful and content. So just finding some things that you're grateful for, taking a moment to say thank you. That divine presence that's within you, that air that's flowing through your body, these trees outside, the sun being a perfect distance, and I could just feel the heat of it. Like finding the time to sit and say thank you for the things you have and letting go of the stuff you don't have. That's the first part of the book. Like maybe write down a couple things you're grateful for, sit there and focus on it. And the second thing is today I am focusing my imagination on what is your vision? That's what you want to fill in right here. What do you want to feel? Just reestablishing that. Write it down. If your vision is peace, it could be something like peace. It could be a bigger yoga studio. It could be anything, but something that you love the feeling of. Like, focus your imagination. Your imagination is literally a genie. We don't got to rub no gold lamp or nothing. Your genie is always with you. You got infinite wishes. You make those wishes by choosing to focus on different things. What you focus on is the wish you send into your imagination. I could focus on all the bad things on the news, and then my imagination it's gonna show up in my life, all that stuff I've been focusing on. So, or I could focus on some peaceful, abundance, harmony, and then all that's gonna show up in my life. You gotta believe that. What you feel is what shows up. And that's not inconvenient. What you feel shows up, yo. That don't mean you don't gotta inconvenience yourself to feel the way you wanna feel. That's not inconvenient. It's what you wanna do anyway. So if you look at, you wanna step away from the majority of society. Find like that quiet place. Realize that the way that you feel is the most valuable thing. That's what's attracting everything. The meaning you give in everything is based off the way you feel. So, first section, you're gonna write down the things you're grateful for. The second section, you write down your vision. Today I'm focusing my imagination on, and then whatever your vision is for the day, because it might evolve. It might not be the same as it was yesterday, but whatever your vision is for the present moment, writing that shit down. And the next part is things you complete. Because I am completion. I am complete. Whatever that vision is, in this third section, you just want to write down and this is your journal part of it. You just want to write down the different things you did today that are in alignment with that vision. So for today, I'm going to write down, I did my podcast. Because my vision is to share this light with the world, to share the power of imagination with the world. So as soon as I finish this, I'm going to go write in my mental diet. It's like a journal, but we're not talking about everything. It's not no journal talking about everything that happened today, all the stuff that went wrong, all this stuff. No, it's simply a journal that focuses on vision. What did I do in alignment with my vision today? That's the power of this book. I made a podcast. What did you do in alignment with your vision today? That's what we're going to write down. And then we're going to. So one thing is a podcast. Then after I do this, I'm going to go do something else that aligns with my vision. Maybe go sit and meditate. Then I write that down. But don't get it confused as a to-do list, because it's not a to-do list. It's about tapping into that feeling, and whatever acts show up from that feeling. Like, just write that shit down. If my vision for today is peace, then I'm going to write down all the peaceful stuff I did today. And that's all it is. That's what the journal is. The rest of this book is empty pages. It's empty pages for you to write stuff in and fill it in. You don't even need to buy this book. I don't care if you buy it or not. I already got everything I need. You could use a regular journal. Journaling is a very powerful tool for self-realization. So I suggest a mental diet, like as far as your style of journaling. And if y'all want to find some clarity, go ahead, rewind. I will explain this more often. If you got any questions, let me know. If you're interested in a mental diet, I created an ebook. So you don't even got to buy the book. I send you the ebook for donation base. Like, if we all on the mental diet, if we all consuming the information, that peaceful information, that love information, where our attention goes, our energy goes. That's how we tap into that harmony. That's how we tap into that feeling of I am complete. You gotta do it right now. It's all about the present moment. So thank you. Enjoy your mental diet, the greatest of all diets. I'm tapping in next time. We going on a whole nother subject, yo. But we just flowing. Next time I ain't even gonna read from the book. We just flowing. Whatever comes up. Gonna set a topic and we gonna ride it. Peace, my divine friends. Play y'all the flute a little bit before I dip. Om Shanti.